know what I'm saying? It's certain stuff I'm not getting.
Sorry about
Again,
that, y'all.
so again, but so again, I'm thinking they're afraid to tell because they might feel like they might get disowned or they might get put out. They might not believe them, and it also calls up to suicide. I mean, it's like, once again, I told you in the first video, I'm a victim myself, so I can relate. And I know a lot of people do not want to hear nothing from a person that have not been in their shoes.
Never.
So you can't talk to nobody if you ain't never been through it.
Right.
So of course I know it's not right. It is not right. I have not been a victim of it done in my home.
I
I
think
haven't been a victim, period.
I think the remedy for it is for family. It's like that's a hard topic for you to sit down with your kids or somebody and pre-warn them of the characteristic traits of a pedophile. Or you know what I'm saying? They teach it in school, but it come with a. Do they still have the smoking horse? They teach it in school,
They probably don't.
but they only teach it to a certain extent. They teach it in school. They focus more on strangers,
Exactly.
and if they, yeah, I think the school system can't really just be so
When that person not
upfront
a
on it.
stranger,
Right.
it's not a stranger that's the one that touch you. Because it's not the stranger that's there now. I'm not saying that there's not strangers that rape people, because it's a lot of rape victims that don't even know the person that raped them. So there are strangers that do that. But in school, they teach you to stay away from strangers, which you should. Believe that, you should.
But sometimes you have to run to a stranger in that type of situation. It be the first person on site. It depends on,
Sometimes strangers can save you.
yeah, because sometimes family could hinder you because they sweeping stuff that happened in the family to where when you go outside the house and the outside world does you the same way, it's like you accept it because of the fact that nobody made an issue with it within your family. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of puts you in a silent mute on that. Unless it's just you got your own head and you stronger and you're gonna tell somebody and you'll go to a foster home. You know, some people will be like, no, enough is enough, I don't care. And I've witnessed that.
So what? Because I know it's a lot of people that's out there that have been touched or molested by someone, maybe even their own parent.
Yeah.
So how does that make you feel by someone that you looked up to and then they just degrade you?
Right.
Like, how did that make you feel? Like you was feeling this high, and then this person that made you feel this high now making you feel this low.
And the person that made you feel high is a person that has substance in your life. Then you go into the group home situation.
And then this same
Runaways.
person that your parents trusted you with or whatever, when you tell them that this going on, they think you don't want to go around this person because you acting out, or because this person trying to discipline you or put you on the right path.
Oh, you think you grown?
Yeah.
You ain't grown. You go and do what I say do.
But parents, when your kids coming to you like this, because I know as parents, they're looking at it, you need to listen to them. Please listen to them, because they're trying to tell you something. And it's the truth. Because if my kids was to come to me and tell me anybody looked at them crazy, I'm going to believe it.
You always have to cross-examine. Take no claim for granted. I don't care if you have a lying daughter or a lying son. I don't care. Everybody is subject to have some innocence with evidence. if you, I googled some stories some years ago, and you will be amazed how, um, how some of the people, you'll be amazed by how many of the people that's even like in high profile people that haven't got it out yet. Some folks will take it to their grave. So what this video is basically trying to let people know is that we are aware of how family could reject you due to somebody else's actions. This video will also discuss how when it's not family and it's a friend of the family.
So that you know, it don't matter who it is, whoever is supposed to be close, that's the one who got easy
Right.
Don't be afraid.
Right.
Speak out. Speak out.
Talk to your
If
kids.
you don't want to speak to the family, you want to speak to authority, come here, comment, listen to us, talk to us. Maybe one day you'll be able to get encouragement. I know I can't help everybody. No, we cannot get through everybody, but we hope that we get through somebody. Because it needs to be heard, and I will not be silent. He will not be silent. He got to get out. So
I remember reading an article. It was like 2 weeks ago. A coach, a swimming coach, got locked up for having a 2-year.
relationship with his student.
They didn't use the word relationship. Allegedly, they didn't even use the word relationship. They used the words of like they used the words of against her will type. They, you know what I'm saying?
Because of her age or whatever.
Right. And I don't know who got the truth out of her. Allegedly, she said that I don't know who got the truth out of her. I don't know if she just had enough and voluntarily told her parents or went to a teacher. So at the end of the day, I'm gonna bring that story back to y'all. But when I read it, when I saw it on the news, and it was like 2 or 3 years. Can you imagine this going on 2 or 3 years in your kid's life?
And you have no way.
Right. And that 3rd year, you decide to sit down and say, hey, dude, you know, if anybody touch you, and then they tell you.
I started young.
You call the cops.
Telling my kids, there's somebody touch you here or there. No.
Right.
I'm the only one supposed to touch you, not your dad. I'm the one supposed to touch you.
Right. Yep.
But we don't want to talk out here. So we will follow up. You can comment in the comment box. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like the video. Share the video. Tell a friend. Anyone that you know that's afraid to speak out, they can come to us. They can speak about it. It's just amongst us. You can use anonymous names if you want to or whatever, and we can speak on the subjects. I read the comments. He'll read the comments. 2 Brilliant Geminis in their own lane. New show, Get It Out. We like you to get it out because it's not right. It's not your fault. It's nothing that you did to deserve this behavior. So, and to the family members that do know about this, please stop because it's hurting us young women. It's hurting us young men. It's destroying them. So, from now on, don't destroy yourself. Don't think you need pills. Don't think you need, you might need a little therapy, but you're going to need to talk to someone. Talk to us. Get it out. Just get it out.
And if you're currently going through the situation like today or yesterday, I suggest that you get the local cops involved Sometimes you can't always run to people that
Get this escape route. Get this escape
yeah.
route.
But sometimes people will convince you not to talk.
Yeah.
You know, they'll try to like tell you, oh, you got to go through this and you got to go through
Don't
that.
tell this to happen.
Right. So it's
Tell, you'll be okay.
yeah. Call the cops. They have hotlines on our next video
Yeah.
where I have hotline numbers and other information that people could use that you can call.